So Lil Tay is officially back. No more faking her death, no more where is she, she's right here, and honestly, she could fuck off. This little piece of shit was doing everything her brother was telling her to do, and now thinks that we don't know she has a team of professionals telling her what to do? If you believe anything this 16-year-old is saying, you deserve the brazen bull. But if you haven't seen or heard, Lil Tay has made her official comeback via music video. Because when I want my dad to be put away for what he allegedly did to me, I start off by dropping the most mediocre song 2023 has to offer. And if you guys couldn't tell, which most of the people on Twitter can't, anything she says is being told to her by someone else. Even this video of her just talking shit. This was all planned out beforehand.
You already know what the fuck going on, bitch! Lil Tay's back. It's been 5 years and y'all still broke.
Isn't this you? Yeah, it is. And they're not even being subtle about it. Y'all are just so infatuated with the fact that she's older from the last time you saw her, like aging doesn't affect people you haven't seen. But actually take a second to realize what's being posted. You guys seen that music video, right? What the fuck does her playing the piano have to do with any of that? She's not singing a cover of Someone Like You. This is like seeing a video of a homeless person playing the piano, knowing the same homeless person was eating dog shit on camera the other night. The piano means nothing. And it's not even just the piano. They expect us to believe she can fucking shred now, but still chooses to release music that doesn't have a piano or electric guitar in it? She's not even playing anything. She might know where to move her fingers, but she's not playing shit. Here's someone who's actually playing the song. And now look at her. She hit like 5 strings, the rest were just fucking air. But I know I'm probably just biased on this whole situation because I hate this little... She can act all bad on camera, but when the consequences hit harder than a fucking train, she starts acting her own age. Hearing a kid cry is like top 10 things I'd rather be deaf than hear. But like I said, and just shown you, she is back and apparently did this live stream where she called out her dad again for allegedly abusing her. Now I'm not saying she's lying. I might later actually, but between her new song and her showing us her new talents she never even hinted at having 5 years ago, this livestream just adds more skepticism to everything. Also, I cropped the video because the original one shows her whole body sitting down and her ass is basically hanging out, with the front of her shit barely being covered by her skirt, and it's like, dressed for the occasion, maybe? Talking about sexual assault and almost flashing me don't go together, but you're 16, what the fuck do you know?
Why I've been gone. So, where do I even start? 5 years ago, I became famous, and my abusive absentee father, who had not been in my life for years up till that point, decided to come back into my life to take control over my career and my money. That's why I disappeared.
So we all know why he wanted to take custody of her. It doesn't take a genius to see that the mom didn't care what the daughter was doing so long as it made them money. There were even videos of her vaping, and she still wants to tell us her dad did this to take over her career? Your dad's not super hot, alright?
I'm about to end this man's whole career. What career?
Her dad obviously didn't care and shut everything down. He didn't take control, he tried to put an end to it, and rightfully so.
He started a court case to silence me so I could not speak on what was happening and so he could take control over my money. His name is Chris Hope. This is him. This is Chris Hope. All right. Let's just get into it. Buckle up because I cannot even tell you the full story. I have to give you a summary of it.
What the a 20-minute summary? Jesus Christ. You're lucky I'm gonna edit out the boring stuff.
So let's just fucking go. First of all,
who printed these out for you? She's gonna show a lot more, but could they make it any more obvious? I'm pretty sure these were supposed to be for the person behind the camera to hold up, because she could have just told us the story.
This man, he was bringing, when I was living with him, these are all events that happened before I became famous. Because he had not been in my life for years before then.
Before when you were famous? You just said that. So this all happened before you were famous. I'm not the only one, right?
He was bringing random ass women around all the time and literally hooking up with them in front of me. I was a child. And one of those women was named Shima Ali. This is her. These are not private this is her. This is her Facebook wallpaper. These are not private photos.
It's ironic because even though this woman is wearing this lingerie type beat, Lil Tay is showing more skin than her.
I remember one time, it was the middle of the night, and I was awakened by them next to me in the bed. And I could literally, she had her hand on my leg, and I was frozen in place. I was so young at that time. I had no fucking idea what was going on. And I was just frozen in place. And then I moved, and then that's when she took her leg off my hand. They were literally in bed next to me. They did not care, and they were literally disregarding the fact that I wasn't even there. That's fucking insane.
So she never said it, but I guess she meant that they were having sex in bed next to her. But like, I don't understand the leg grab and then just her letting you go when you moved away. If she was doing something and wanted you to be a part of it, she would have reached back. You're a child. You think moving away is gonna stop your abuser? I want to believe her, but that part where she was talking shit was just a part from earlier in the live stream.
He was hooking up with random women all the time, and he found them off of Craigslist. This is his Craigslist email to a random woman who had an ad. Okay, this is the email trying to hook up with people. This is my mom talking to somebody about it after she found out about it. It's fucking crazy, but out of all of the random ass women that came and went, mostly Asian women, because he has an Asian fetish, if you didn't know.
No, yeah, him having an Asian daughter didn't tell me that. And who cares if your dad likes to use the casual encounters page on Craigslist to meet Asian women? You would have never been here to flex on our bitch asses if he didn't have the yellow fever. Show some respect, you ungrateful little shit.
Only one of them is prominent, and this is where Honey Hope comes in the story. So, Honey Hope, she is Christopher John Hope's wife currently, and he met her online when she was living in the Philippines, and she is a career scammer. When she was living in the Philippines, she was scamming as a career, which I will get into later. That's her right there. That's her and Chris.
You see what I mean? These are cue cards. Maybe someone wasn't supposed to hold them up, but they were for sure put there so she knew what to say next. Not for her to be like one of those emo index card videos.
These are the receipts. This is just one of her victims. This is online.
That shit is backwards, Lil Tay. And not only that, it's mirrored, so it's even harder to read. How does that make sense? How were they printed right, but then the ones that actually matter weren't?
She was a career scammer, so she met Chris Hope online, like usual, because all he wants to do is hook up with women online. But they started having a bond, and he wanted to fly her to Canada, which is exactly what happened. And she left the father of her son to be with Chris because she thought that he would provide her with a luxurious good life and bring her to Canada and all that.
But I feel like there's supposed to be like a but and then something.
Things just went fucking downhill from there after she entered my life. When I was living with them, like I said, they were still doing the most out-of-pocket sexual shit in front of me. She would get out of the shower and she wouldn't even put clothes on. And they were always playing these sexually inappropriate movies in front of me, openly in front of me. So that was the norms. Those were the norms in this household. It's fucking sick. And she would always take out her anger onto me. If her son did anything wrong, it would become my fault. And she punched me, she pinched me. Pinching me was a really big thing. Chris mainly shoved me. And this is one of the worst incidents that happened. This is a police report. They were physically abusing me constantly. And like I said, if her son acted out of line, she would use me as a scapegoat and take it out on me. And in fact, physical abuse of me was so common in this household that her son caught onto it, and he was doing it to me too, and they would just egg him on.
So while some of y'all are feeling bad for her, I'm still trying to figure out how this woman, who left her husband and son in the Philippines, manages to keep in touch with them, and not only that, punish her for what the son does wrong. Even saying the son himself would hit her. How the fuck does any of that happen if she left them in the Philippines? I'm not saying these pictures are fake, but how she got those bruises is still not clear. Also, that's not a police report, that's something from a place you call in Canada for stuff that doesn't need an actual cop. I know you didn't ask, but she She's not giving the straight facts.
They forced me to watch many horror movies when I was in their house. One of them was Bride of Chucky, and when they put it on, I couldn't get out of the room, and I was literally sobbing. And I tried to put my face into a pillow when they were playing the horror movie in front of me. And Honey Hope, she had me in a chokehold so I couldn't escape. And I had to sit through the entire Bride of Chucky movie when I was young as fuck.
So I'm not gonna feel bad for her for being afraid of Chucky. I was afraid of Chucky, but to say you were in a chokehold? What are you, fucking Tana Mojo?
He kind of like locks his arm around me, like around my neck like this.
You were probably just scared like any other kid would be, and were overreacting to anything. She's acting like if she was really in a chokehold, she was being forced like this to watch the movie. Like, just close your fucking eyes.
They did not dress me properly. These are shoes I was wearing. The soles are broken. These aren't even the same pair of shoes. Look, both of these soles are broken. These are the clothing they were providing for me. Meanwhile, he was so preoccupied, while I was wearing broken ass shoes, he was so preoccupied with providing Honey Hope, his wife, with these designer bags. This is not even everything.
It's humbling, right? Going from designer clothes to ones someone your age would wear. 100% she made the shoes look worse for the picture, because when I was a kid and I didn't like something I had, the second I seen a tear or rip or whatever, I would make it bigger and be like, look mom, this is a piece of shit. And if I was Lil Tay and they had me wearing those retirement home 4s, best believe I would have ripped them up. I would rather wear shape-ups than those Velcro shoes. And once again, you're a child. Grown-ups can buy each other gifts without having to involve their shithead of a kid.
And that brings me to my next point. How much fucking money does he owe me? Good ass question. He owes me $250,000 in child support. He still owes it, by the way. He still hasn't paid it. He's legally obligated to pay it. He hasn't paid it. What does that tell you about him? That tells you everything. Who the fuck owes $250,000 in child support?
So I will agree, that is a big number, but he doesn't owe you shit. Does she actually think she's gonna see any of that money? Because the mom is gonna take all of it. It's called child support, not... Yeah, it's called child support. And honestly, this is what 80% of this is about. Her account got hacked a week before the news broke that she won the lawsuit against her ex-husband. TMZ, who even reported the death was fake, was like, it's unclear why she waited to tell everyone it wasn't real when literally everyone was reporting on it, which is what they wanted. They used that as a way to get people to notice her so that when she makes this comeback, it's not just her releasing a song, but also trying to get justice for something she can't even tell us without mixing up the story multiple times. Like, she ends the rant by telling us the truth about her dad Chris and how he was before she was born, but in the same sentence says she witnessed the abuse.
Before I was even born, before I was at his residence with his wife and they were abusing me, he was abusing my mom. I witnessed him shoving my mom into walls.
She also says that there's been a lot of bullshit surrounding her name, and it's like, yeah, it's because of you. Everything that's happened to you was a result of you and your brother, but mostly you. Don't act like we did anything wrong.
I hope you realize how much bullshit has been surrounding my name.
And then, just to add a cherry on top to try and make us feel really bad, she says her mom spent all her life savings trying to get her back.
She spent all of her life savings in court. She spent all of her life savings to support me.
God wouldn't even do that for Jesus. Yeah, guys, again, the only thing I'll say is I don't think the bruises are fake. How she got them is, up for interpretation. I don't care that they made you watch Chucky and you're afraid of him. That's like 90% of kids today. And is this you? Yeah, it is. See you guys Tuesday. Peace.